Yeah.
Okay, so I have started the cluster and we will proceed, forward from the yesterday session. And yesterday we have seen that how we can create the notebook inside Databricks. And guys, sometimes, we have confusion why we use Databricks, why not ADF. So remember, when you have simple transformation, you can use ADF, but when you have huge transformation, you have huge data, you are working on a big data, then Databricks is much faster because it uses Spark engine, yeah, and Spark is much faster.
What,
Yeah, please go ahead.
so what is the limit of data in the ADF versus in the Databricks?
Okay, so I can say when you are working on a millions of data, right? I mean to say millions of records. Yeah, let's say you have multiple sources where the data is coming from, and also when the data is coming, it's maybe live data that is coming continuously, and also the data is coming in a huge, I can say, records. So just like we have 10 million record, 20 million records coming simultaneously, and you have to perform a huge and complex transformation on those data as well. Yeah. So then you will use the Spark engine inside Databricks, because you can do the transformation in the ADF, but it will be too slow. Yeah, it will take much time because it's not using the Spark, right? So just think from the perspective, if you have to perform complex transformation on the data, on the huge data instead, then use Databricks. When you have simple data, just like we are working on 1,000 of the records or 10,000 of, let's say, 1 million, 10, not 10 million, half of the million, something like that, and simple transformation, just we are copying the data from this location to this location. Yeah. Or you can combine the functionality of Azure Data Factory with Databricks, and that is today's agenda. We will see two things today. One is how you can create the jobs inside the Databricks so that your notebook can be automated. The first thing. Second thing, we will see how we can leverage this notebook inside the Azure Data Factory. You can also call, just like a function you calling, somewhere. So you will also call this notebook inside your Azure Databricks. Is the Azure Data Factory pipeline. We will create the pipeline and we will call this notebook there, right? Now, if I say there are three things now. One is Azure Data Factory, which is generally used for a simple transformation, yeah, uh, and moving the data from somewhere, right? I mean, to say from source to destination. The one thing. Second thing, you have huge data, you have complex transformation that can takes up to hours, right, to perform. Then you use Databricks, yeah, inside that notebook. Now, if you want to leverage the functionality or the you can say the benefits of Azure Data Factory and Databricks together, you can use it with the combination of both, right? Is that clear? I was still confused somewhere.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yeah. So we will see those things today. Yeah. Now cluster is started. Let's go back to the first thing that we will see. Yesterday we have done everything inside single notebook, right? Remember? Let me go inside the notebook and show you. Maybe you can recall the coding there. Okay. Can you see? We have different cells here, and we have performed. I have not performed any transformation yesterday. Yeah, it was just to show you that how we can configure the source inside the notebook, and how we can configure the destination inside the notebook. And then we have just read the source file, that is hospital data.csv. And then once we have read it, then we have split the data into two parts, not two parts, in three parts, I can say. The very first data frame is capturing the whole data, that is hospital DF, and the other data frame, that is pending DF, capturing the whole data but with the filter of payment status where it is pending. The third data frame, that is paid DF, is actually capturing or grabbing the data from the whole data set where the payment status is paid. And now once it is done, then post connection with the destination, it writing the data to the desired tables. Yeah, can you see here this part?
Yes.
Yeah, so yesterday we have done those things. Now today we will do similar task, but I'm making it more organized. Yeah, when you will work in the real-time industry, yeah, you will not do in such manner. You will split your notebooks into different notebooks, right? I mean to say, not in a single notebook. Tasks should be divided or distributed into different notebooks. That will make your I can say the work faster, right? Because Spark has to process every notebook separately. Yeah, Spark has several virtual machines running behind the cluster. So what will happen when you give different notebooks to the cluster to perform it? It will assign those different notebooks to different virtual machines, and then your work will be faster. Instead of doing everything in a single notebook, please split it into different notebooks. Are you getting what I'm saying? Guys, so if I say that we are going to split the notebooks into different notebooks, I'm going to say 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, what will happen? And post that we will be using the jobs, we will creating the job and pipeline. So what will happen? Your notebook will be running automatically. Yeah, you don't have to run it manually. One thing that I remember, you should not forget it, if you are leveraging the Databricks Notebook inside the Azure Data Factory, what will happen? Azure Data Factory will start the cluster. Yeah, cluster is getting down. Okay, I have to just give a moment, guys. I have to start it again. I was just speaking, and it's 10 minutes. The threshold I mentioned there, and it just stopped. Anyway, it will start again. Don't worry. So yeah, so I was discussing, when you are leveraging the notebook inside the Azure Data Factory, Azure Data Factory is able to start your cluster with the help of the API, but it is not able to stop it automatically. So that is the biggest drawback of Azure Data Factory while using the notebook from Databricks. Yeah. However, there are different ways we can make it possible there in the Azure Data Factory, but that is something kind of deep things, right? So we are not going in those things. I will just show you how you can leverage those things. The rest, your homework is to find how you can make the things like this. Azure Data Factory should start the cluster, but it should also stop the cluster once the task has been finished. Okay, guys, so this is your homework. Yeah, but you don't have much time. You have to do it. If you are not able to do it, don't worry. I will guide you in the later session how you can do it. Yeah, there is another way where we can implement the things, and it will stop the cluster. However, for that we have to create different type of jobs. Yeah, so that is, I'm not going and we do not have enough time today to cover those part. Yep. Somewhere in the future, maybe future sessions, I'll be able to show you. Let me start a new batch. Once a new batch will be started, very soon I'm going to start a new batch. I have people who want to start. So when I will start again, I will create the Azure credentials for all of the guys who are belonging to the new batch and the older batch as well. So you will again have the chance to work on the Azure portal, and you can again go there and practice it. So probably at that point of time, you will be able to implement that part which I want to discuss, right? Is that okay, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, okay, we have only 3 people here, right? Okay. Don't worry. So let's move. Okay, so I was just saying that using Databricks jobs, right? What you can achieve. So your notebook can be automatically done. You can schedule your pipelines when it should run automatically, right? You can also create the multitask workflows. Now we will see those things. Don't worry. So let's move. And what will be the architecture? For to work is to take the data from the blob storage. The first notebook will be only ingesting the data. Yeah, and it is just reading the data, not ingesting, I can say, but we say, okay, this notebook is for the ingestion, right? So it will be reading the data from the CSV. The second notebook will perform some transformation, basic transformations, and the third notebook will be to split the data in the paid and pending on the basis of payment status column. And our fourth notebook will load the data into Azure SQL Database tables. Yeah, so that is the thing we are going to do it. Yeah? So we will create 4 different notebooks here. Yeah. So let's go and create the notebook once again. Yeah. So I will say, see guys, okay, let's do it first. Okay, then we discuss. Okay, so we'll go inside the workspace. Is that cluster running now? Okay, that running. Okay, fine. So let's quickly do it. Otherwise again the cluster will stop working. Okay. Do you remember the code? Yesterday we have written that. The first thing, what we have to do? The first thing, we have to give the name to the cluster. So let's say 01. Okay. Oh, I and ingest data. Okay. Is that name clear, guys? Okay. Now the second thing which we have to do is to set up the. Okay, guys. Let me just do one thing. Otherwise, what will happen? Cluster will stop again. So let me just run it for a moment. So at least we can have 10 minutes. Again. When you create the cluster, you can give 20 minutes or 30 minutes to terminate, right? I've just given 10 minutes so that I will not forget to okay, that runs. Okay, now here, so the first thing is storage account name. So let's say storage account name. This variable will hold that. Then storage account key or ID, whatever name you want. This is just a variable name, right? I just given the name so I can understand, okay, what this name is actually mean, right? So this will hold my container name, and when this is done, then we will set the configuration, right? So, and for what? For Spark, right? So spark.conf sorry, yes, conf dot set. Then inside that you have to write, generally it suggests if you see the code is okay, you can take it. So I will say it always suggests the correct code. Sometimes it does not, so you have to remove that part and only take the required. So I can say, okay, this is fs azure account dot key storage account name, that is correct, and this is the connection string for there, core dot windows dot net. Then we have storage account. So as of now it's okay for me, but what I need here the storage account name and the key here and the container name as well. So we have already used it yesterday here. So I will just take from here. I will not go back to the Azure portal and take it from there. It will take time. I will not kill that time, doing those things. And that is the reason I have opened this notebook as well. So we can take it from here, right? Is it okay, guys? Or you want me to go there and take from there?
That's okay to get from here.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do it. And then rest is everything okay. Yeah. Okay, so now what we have done, we have just configured the source connection. Now we also need to let me just do it. Okay, so we also need to define the file path. Yeah, here. So we will say file. Sorry, it is file. Okay, file path should be f. Okay, it's just giving me, but here I again say you this is ABFS. Oh, sorry, let me just make it possible. Okay, AB, come on, yeah, that is. But this is this ABFSS. Yesterday I told you this is actually advanced version, and this is for ADLS Gen 2. So our data is stored in the blob storage. So for blob storage, you need legacy, I can say connector, just like so you need WASBS instead. So just type WASBS. Now it's showing me, right? So now the rest part, it's showing me the connector name, that is the hospital container, that is the correct name. Then it's showing me the STG Databricks lab01.dfs.core.windows.net, and then hospital.csv. Though the file name is not correct, it should be hospital data.csv, and rest part is correct. So I can just go ahead and take that. Yeah. So and now I will go back to correct it. Now that is correct. Now then what I need to read. So if you see it always it is suggesting me that how you can read it. If you find it's okay, you can go with it. If you want to modify something, you can modify it. I will modify it for let's say read df. Yeah, so that would be read df, and then okay, I will write in my way, right? So it always try to say different things, anyways, guys, so spark, okay, dot read dot format, that is my way, read dot format. Yeah, and
Harish,
then
can you zoom the screen a bit?
okay, is it smaller?
Yes,
Okay, let me
not
just,
visible.
now is that visible?
No, better.
Should I do it more?
हाँ ये bit और.
Now
Yes, good. Enough. Thanks.
is that okay now? Is
Yes,
that
yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, please let me know if you struggle somewhere that you are not able to see it properly, or you need to zoom in. Just let me know. I will just do it, right? Yeah. Okay, so read df will read the CSV file. So spark.read.format, then I will say the format should be CSV. Then okay, come on, okay, and then I will take this in the letter. here. Okay, guys, in Python, the indentation, the space, the case sensation, it is very much important right here. Okay, so here that we will say true. Sorry, spelling is correct, incorrect, sorry. And then we will close this and then next one, right? Okay, dot option. Okay, it's again suggesting, right? But that is correct, right? That is correct. This time that is correct. I do not need anything else. I just need till load file path. I just need only that part. It's also suggesting me to display. If you want to see it, whether it's working or not, till now you can display. So I can just say, okay, display read df. Yeah. So you want to see it, just run it and let's see. Okay, there's something which is not correct. Let me see. Okay. Yes. Is this, what is that? What is this? Oh, can you see? The name is mismatched, This should be container. I have taken container. Yeah. So I will not accept suggestion. I will reject and I will correct with myself. Right? Okay. So container, the spelling is correct. The correct spelling is container. Okay. This one, right? Is there somewhere else we have written container? Container, that is okay. Container. Okay, I think that's fine. Up. Oh yeah. So we have actually not passed the things in a list. Yeah, we have just passed just like a value. So it will just giving me the error. This time I will accept it because this is the correct way, right? We should pass like this.
Sir, I was not able to understand the error here.
Yeah, actually I pass this value as on the container name and the storage account name directly earlier. Yeah, if I just show you, let me just control Z. Is that working? Control Z. No. So if you remember, we have passed the container name, or this one, right? This is, if you see, right? So we have just passed it directly here, but it needs to pass the variable name instead, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that was incorrect thing. If I just go and let me just type it, right? Instead I will just type it. Yeah. Let me just go and again type it. fs.azure, yeah, dot account. Sorry, my mistake. I'm sorry. That should be f colon and was bs. I was just thinking and typing, and then it is showing me correct, right? Here's the container name that should be coming from here. This variable, the storage account name should be coming from here. Yeah, so that's correct now. And what else we need to show also windows.net dfs.code.windows and then .net, which is not complete actually. Then we need to show the file name. So file name is hospital data should be there .csv. I think this is the file name, right? Do we remember that? Let me just see inside my previous pipeline. Notebook. Okay, this one, right? This is correct. So this should be like this, right? So always should be like this. Yeah. Now I'm going here and comparing. If I'm failing to write correct thing here, let me just try it.
So there you use blob storage and here you are using core windows. So
it can be a problem, right? Because it can be a problem because not giving the correct generally what is happening, it automatically takes something, right? So DFS is for again Gen 2, DLS Gen 2, right? So yes, you are correct. It should be a blob, yeah. Otherwise, it will not direct to the blob storage. So that is correct. I will accept and run. Why it's showing me error and error? That is correct. And again, blob storage should be there. Okay, this time it's it's working right. So I hope with the errors you also understand what we have forgotten to written here, right? Did you learn something?
Yes, sir.
With the error, yeah.
Yes, sir. But not able to understand like why you are using this code and that code.
Okay. See, this is the file path, right? Where we have the container name. So what it does, it first go connect with the blob storage. Yeah, this is the blob storage string. This one. Okay. First it connect. This is the connection point. It just connect with the blob storage. Then it goes inside the storage and then the container, and then it reads the file which you want. If you have multiple files and you given the specific file to be read, it will read from there. Yeah, is it clear for this line?
Yeah.
Which line you do not understand?
No, sir. Like overall, I was saying that was not able to understand like why you are using this particular functions. I will say.
Okay. So now you understand, or you are also
Yeah.
struggling? Okay.
No.
Anyone else? Shubham, Nitesh, are you okay, or you need more clarification here? Nitesh, are you there? Nitesh is there.
Keeping that he is away for 15 minutes. I guess.
Okay, no worry. Yatendra, welcome back.
Clear.
Okay, thank you for confirmation. Okay, come on. Okay. So I think, see, I love errors when we have the errors and we fix it, right? So we learn it. Yeah. That's fine, guys. So that is my first notebook. Yatendra, maybe you have joined late, so I can just tell you what we are trying to do it here. We have created a long notebook yesterday where we have not performed any transformation. This is the notebook, yesterday notebook. We have connected with the source. We have read the CSV file from there, from the blob storage. Then we have created the data frame to read the whole data from the CSV file. Then pending status data and the paid status data for the payments, right? In different data frame. Then we have configured the destination database here, and then we have written the data from the data frame to the required tables that we have performed yesterday. Now we have done everything in the single notebook. In today's session, what we are doing, we are going to create the jobs so that our notebook can run automatically. The first thing, we will also see how we can leverage these notebooks inside the Azure Data Factory, as we were discussing yesterday, right? So we will also see that part. But as I told earlier, that please remember that Azure Data Factory is not going to stop your cluster automatically. Yeah. So there is another way we can do it, but we are not covering those things in this session, right? I will tell you in the later session how you can do that. But this time we are going to do two things. We are creating different notebooks for different purpose. So the first notebook which I have created for the ingesting data, so it is just reading the data, not ingesting right now. Ingestion will be at the last notebook, but we say it ingest data, right? So we can remember that, okay, it is reading, or you can just give the name like read data, right? So we are reading the data from the source in this data frame, that is a read df here, and next we will going to perform some transformation on the read data, right? So we will do those things. So our next notebook will perform some transformation. So let's create another notebook. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any question?
No question.
Okay. So I'm going back to workspace. Let's leave this notebook as is. We have first ingest data. Next, we are going to okay, notebook. One thing that I'm just trying to understand. Let me just see. Okay. Let's say what 01, 02. You can say hospital data. I will just say transform data for understanding.
You are giving the name to the notebook, right?
Yes.
02 transformation.
Yes. So okay. I'm just thinking one thing. Right? Can I call that? Let me just do one thing. Because this is a separate notebook, right? So probably it will. Is it attached? Yeah, that is attached. I'm just calling that, just trying to see, okay, it is not defined because it's in a different notebook, right? So probably we need to write the backcode also. I mean to say, in that case, see, I had a situation just I've created that we should create different notebook, but in parts. Now, what will happen if I will not again give all the instructions here? It will not read that, right? So what I'm thinking is that uh,
Like
just
creating one notebook.
sorry,
So
say again.
like, so if we need to define every time, then is it not good to create just one notebook?
Yeah, that will happen if if I will create different notebooks, I have to give the entire code again, right, to read it. Otherwise, it will not perform that. And then again, what will happen? It will be creating a single notebook, right? A whole notebook, doesn't it? The last notebook will be the complete notebook, right?
No, but let's say we create a different notebook, can't be connected through a pipeline and run it in a sequence?
But what will happen? Each notebook is isolated, right?
Okay. So it won't read the data from the first notebook.
Uh, that is the challenge. Let me just think about it. That is another challenge, right? Okay, so guys, I think what I'm thinking is will not work here because it will be a separate notebook and it is isolated, and we will not be able to call the data frame from the previous notebook. There is a way to call it, but I don't think so that it will call the whole thing which I want here. Let me just try one more thing here. Hmm. Hmm.
So can't we just call one notebook to the other?
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Yeah, I'm just trying to call that notebook. It will just run the first notebook and then it will take that, from here. But it's not working right now. Let me just do one thing. Let that work. There is also, a problem that it is associated, but it's not working. It should work actually. Uh, it's not parsing the command. Actually, this is under the same workspace, so I don't think so. I need to give this workspace name here, right? It should work. Let me just try. No, I'm not taking that. It should be working there by default. Ah, so in that case, guys, I don't think so that we can create different notebook, but I think we have to give the whole thing again. I mean to say uh, this part, this part, this reading part, or we can do one thing. We can create the first notebook which can read and then transform the data. The other notebook will be, but again the problem would be to write the data, because writing again would be a critical task. We can set up we can set up or configure the SQL database in a different notebook, but again calling the data frame will be difficult. Okay, any idea, guys? Just give one, guys. Okay, let me just see one more thing here. Not sure that this will work. It's just still showing error. No, it is just reading, the again. Okay, it's not reading that data frame. Data frame reading is something critical from the different notebook, and that is not solving our problem, right? Okay. Now we
Sir,
have to change this. Yeah, please go ahead.
sir, why are we displaying the read DTF when the variable is already?
See what I'm trying. Okay, that is okay. That is you are correct. But what I'm trying to do it here, to read or to call the notebook here. I'm just trying to run it. Yeah. Let's see what it shows us. I'm trying to run the notebook from here, the previous notebook, but the problem is that we do not have to run it. We have to call the data from there, data frame from there, run it and call the data frame from there, right? So first it should run, then just ingest data notebook, and then it should call the data frame. Yeah, it's reading it, but it's not passing it, right? So that is another problem here. Okay, so I think we have to change our scenario as of now. I will come back on this scenario specifically, but for our understanding and for learning purpose, we have to change the scenario. What we can do, we have three tables, right? The first table is to read the whole data and ingest the whole data into the SQL table, the hospital table, correct? Please with me, huh? Yes or no? We have three tables, right, in SQL database. Remember that? Hospital
Yes,
data,
sir.
pending
Yeah.
pending payments and paid payments, right?
Paid them.
So what we can do for the practice purpose, we can create three different notebook. The first notebook will read the data, second notebook will filter the data, and third one will filter again, and all these three notebooks will be isolated and for one table only. I mean to say, the first notebook will read the data, perform some transformation, and then write to the desired table. And three different notebook, three different tables. Is that okay? Can we do that thing?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yati, is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Let me do one thing. Let me just delete that. Come on, can you move to trash? I'll just move to trash, man. Okay, so let me just do one thing. Let me just there should be option to move to trash. move to trash here, right? Sorry. So when you delete the notebook, it generally does not delete directly. It moves to trash, and then you can go to the trash and you can delete it permanently. This is for your safety purpose. If you accidentally remove any notebook where you have the critical code, so you can go back there and you can just restore from there, just like a recycle bin. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So let's go inside a new notebook. I will say, let me just remove this, right? Okay, so I will give a name. I will just create a quick things here. I will the name as the first notebook will ingest the whole data. So let's say 01 hospital ETL, right? So ETL. So okay, so first I have given here. So what I will do, I will just take this code from here, which I've already created, because it will take again I will going to do the same thing. It will take the time, right? So I will not going to write the same thing there. So again we have to give the file name and then do only one thing, just take from till here, right? Okay, now it will now read the file, and then again we need here to configure our destination. So this is the code for the destination. Guys, is that okay? I'm copying and pasting there, or should I type it again? Just let me know.
No issue.
Yeah, if you want I can again type it.
No. It will take time.
Yeah, that's the reason. I'm going to do the same thing, so you can go back and see the code. Yeah, but what I'm trying to do it here, I'm just trying to create 3 different notebook with the same code, right? So here I'm going to generally it should not in the same one. Let me have that here. Yeah. Something in this error. Let me just see what error is there. Block Windows Net. I'm just trying to see whether it is working. Yeah, that's working fine. Can you see only single space can generate the error? So in Python, you have to understand about the indentation and the space, the new line space, indentation, and the case sensitivity. Yeah, you have to take care of those things. Okay, so now we have configured it. Let me just configure that. It's just working fine. Yeah, that's working fine. Now again, I'm going back to write only this data. So this is my first one. So you can just write directly from here, right here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah. If you want, you can also give the the comments over there inside the notebook, just like this. If you see using the hash sign, you can just give the comment, so it will be in green color. Yeah, guys, only remember that when you are writing any keyword, it is in the black. When it is it is not, it's a keyword, sorry, it's identifier. Yeah, it's keyword, then it's blue, identifier will be in black, and the string will be in red, and comment will be in green. So those are the color coding inside Python, PySpark. Yeah. Okay, so we have written the whole thing. Okay, so this notebook will write the table, right, for hospital data. So entire data will be ingested there. Is that okay now, guys? Now the next notebook we are going to create to filter the data, everything will be same, only we are going to filter the data and then we will ingest into second table, right? So okay, so can we do one thing? Let me just do one thing before I do it. Go back to the database and delete the record from there so that we can see our notebook is working fine, right? I'm sorry guys. Come on. Is it too small guys for you? Should I zoom in? Come on. It's taking time. Meanwhile, we can go back here and just do one thing. Go here. Okay. Okay. So do we have the clone here? Yeah, we can just clone it and give the name hospital uh, pending payments, right? Yeah, that's fine. Clone it. Okay, so we have cloned it. Now we are going inside this and write the filter part, right? Here. Okay, so here now everything is cloned now. Yeah. So this part only when you are okay. So I just need this part. Yeah, pending DF and go back here and here just paste it here, right? So it will read the whole data and then it will filter only pending data and assign to or just move to the pending DF data frame, right? And now here when we are writing it, we do not need this. Now we just need the other way or other where it was yeah, here. Now it is not, yeah, here. So this second line, right, this second line for the pending we just need from there and paste it here. Now this notebook is ready to ingest only pending data to the pending table. Yeah, the table name should be pending payments. This is, remember that. Yeah, I think everything looks fine here. Anything guys you want to say here or discuss here? Any question, any query? What I'm doing here? Guys, anything? I'm going to clone the third one as well. Is it okay? Okay, let me just go back. Oh, connection error, database. Oh, what happened? Yeah, that is now. Okay, guys. So, okay. I also have pending payments and what is that? Okay, this is not correct. This should be dropped. So let me just drop this one. Why we have that? Drop pending. What is that? Oh, oh, hospital. Oh, sorry, creatable drop table. Okay, so that is dropped now. Okay, then we need to delete, right? Delete, D-E-L-E-T-E, sorry, delete. Oh, it is not there now. Oh, what I've done, I have actually dropped the table which I should keep with me, and I have okay, pending payments लिखा हुआ है. Here, guys, I'm just speaking in Hindi for a few minutes to make you understand. So here it is written as a pending payments, but it should be pending payments. Yeah. So here we do not have, I think, feasibility to rename it. Let me just, can we rename that? Rename table. Okay, I think we should not, okay, let me just do one thing. I'm just thinking something else. Okay, select start. Do we have something here? Hospital dot pending payments to have that something. Okay, we have the data there, right? Okay, so let me just delete then everything from there. Okay, then we should not have anything there now. That's fine. Then I will not delete or rename this table as of now. Paid. Okay, we also have another table called hospital data right here. Now we should not have anything. Select. Just giving us. Okay, so now we have done. Okay, so I think now our 3 tables are empty. One thing that I can show it. Hospital dot. Is it change or not change? It's just showing me query affected successfully. But it does not affect that. No, we do not have anything here. It should be changed, but it is not changing. Why? Payments is incorrect. Pending payments. Just payments. Paymets. Oh, guys, I'm not spending much time here. Actually, there is a store procedure that called rename, SP rename. I just wanted to execute that to rename this because in SQL Server we have a different way, but in Azure SQL it is little bit different. So I'm just trying to do that in the same way, but it shows me, but it's not no item by the name. Now it is, I think, changed, but it's not showing me. Can you see? It says me no item like this. Yeah. So if I just run it, let me just do one thing just for my confirmation. I'm just running it like from hospital dot pending pay. I'm just running this one. It should give me the error. Yeah, it is giving the error. So now if I run this one, it should run. Yeah, payments. Oh, what happened? Pending payments. It's just showing me payments, right? Why not showing me something? Oh, oh, it's just renamed to the whole name right here. That should not, right? That is incorrect. What I'm doing, man. Can I make it once again? Guys, I'm sorry, I have to do one thing. Either I can use this table name as of now, or I should have to drop it, right? I have to create a new table, but I think for understanding we can take it, right? Can we? Okay, here we do not, right? So we do not have the rename functionality here. Okay, so there's some restriction also. Okay, do one thing, just leave it as is. Yeah, we can make it in a different way, right? So let's just go there. So pending payments and come on, this should be, let me just see if that working or not. Pending payments, which is again, this should not confuse actually what is happening. We are using the dot there, right? And probably that will generate the error. The table name is this one now, and this is actually this one, and now it should, I think it will generate the error. Let me just see. Cluster again stopped. Okay, meanwhile I can clone this pending payment notebook to create the paid one, right? So because we have the paid table, and sorry, it should be 03. Okay, then go inside this. Let me just correct at least this one. We'll come back on that. Okay, so now this time this would be changed to the paid one. Now here we will also change this code so that it should write only paid details to the paid one. Okay, now this is ready. Yeah. Let me just see if my cluster started or not. It's just a starting cluster. Let us start and then we will correct it. Meanwhile, what we can do, we can go here and can we drop that? Let me just drop it. Meanwhile, just correct it so that if error, it should not generate the error. Or let me just do one thing. I will drop it later on. Just create table ending payments. I will do it quickly. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I've just taken this quickly and going back here and pasting it here and running it. So it will now create a table called, not showing me that. Okay, let me just refresh it. Once again, we have done incorrect thing. Now we have pending payments table there. Yeah, so now we can go back and correct our code there. Pending payments right here. This is right, only this. Now it should work. You have corrected it, it should work now. So just waiting for the cluster to be started, and then we have three notebook, right? One is hospital overall, that it will ingest the total data from the CSV to the table that is called hospital data. This one. So it will ingest the whole data into this table. This pending will ingest the data into pending payments post filter, right? For post filter. And then the third one also for the paid data, it will push inside the paid payments table. Now we are ready for those things. Let's see, is that cluster running? Just waiting for the cluster to be started, and then we can go inside the jobs and pipeline, right? And there we can create the jobs. Guys, any question until it's running, if we want to discuss something? Yati, anything?
Yeah, yes, I have one question. Suppose I have a table which has millions records,
Okay.
and already put in the Databricks, put by the data engineer. Okay.
Yep.
Suppose I have to perform some transformation on that table. So what is the good practice? Should I make a copy of that table? Yes, that can I transform on that table put by the data engineer?
Sorry, can you repeat your question? I didn't get clearly. I'm just increasing my volume of my system. Can you please repeat it? Sorry.
I'm saying suppose data engineer put a tables here because
Okay.
we are data analytics. We can't the work done as done by the data engineers. Okay, we are data analytics. We have to collect up reports with Power BI. Okay, so my question is, suppose there is a table, so can we? What is a good practice? Can we do transformation directly in that table? The or we need to make a copy before making any changes.
So you want to perform some transformation over the
Yes.
table data, or
Yes,
you
yes,
want to modify the table
yes.
structure?
I want to add some column as per my requirement.
Okay, so you have to create the views for yourself. Yeah, you can create the views inside the catalog. I mean to say data warehouse. Yeah, just where, see, there should be either data lake house or data warehouse where your,
Suppose I don't have access or neither I have knowledge of data
but
warehouse.
you should have the access to read it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise you will not be able to read the data right from there. So as at least we should have the access, and we would have that, right? As an analyst, we will be having the access to read uh, the database, right? So you can read anything from
In my organization, I have the access to Databricks under the catalogs. They give me the access against a schema. Under the schema, there are multiple tables. So suppose particular table I want to perform a transformation. So directly I can make changes. This is a good practice. Or should I keep a copy of that
there.
particular table?
Yes, generally you should not do anything with the physical table, yeah, where data is stored. Okay, so if I say a table is created by engineering team and data is stored there, you should not touch it. You should only read it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, what should you do then? You should create the views inside the same catalog. Just create the views, and inside the view, you can perform whatever transformation you want to perform. You want to add the column, you want to remove the column, you want to add some calculated column. Yeah, anything you can do there inside the view. And once you create the view, just save it there. And whenever you will call it inside your Power BI, it will give you the desired output. So physical table will not be touched by anyone. It should be only a reading and taking the whole data and then performing the transformation and then taking the output inside the Power BI.
So I can see there are two options here. I can transformation based on the notebook and as well as SQL editor, right?
Yes, yes, you can do it. You can create the notebook, and inside notebook you can perform the transformation, and then in that case you have to store that data somewhere where you will ingest that. Yeah. So if you have the access to write the table, you can create the tables there and ingest the required data there with the additional column, or some cleanliness, whatever, right? You perform some transformation, and then with the help of the notebook, your whatever table you have created, just ingest there. Yeah. So it will be available for further use. So you are not going to touch the table, the original data. You are just reading it and then creating another table for your purpose. But remember, it should be allowed, right? Because enterprise does not allow to create the table another than engineering team. Yeah. So
right.
and probably you will not have given the access then. Yeah, you just try to create a simple table. If it shows you that permission, there is a problem of permission, then probably you can create the views instead. Views is much better to, because views is just a virtual table, right? So you don't have to save the physical data somewhere else, because it takes the space, it occupies the space, right? So it will increase the cost for the organization. And if you only create the views, it will be virtual table. So whatever you want, it will do everything, and then it will give you the output as the desired, right? But one thing, you cannot store the historical data inside the virtual table because it's a virtual, right?
Right.
Yeah, for historical data, you ask the engineering team to give you the access to create the table, and then you can create the notebooks, perform the transformation, and ingest the data inside your table. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, then fine. Okay, so now what we can do, we can go inside the jobs and pipeline. And inside the jobs and pipeline, we have different things, just like ingestion pipeline, ETL pipeline, jobs. So we will orchestrate the notebook. Yeah. So we'll create the jobs here. Yeah. So click on the jobs. Okay, once you have the jobs open, now you can give the name to the jobs. Let's say I will give the name like hospital ETL workflow, something like that, right? Or you can take whatever name suggests, right? And then you need to add the task there. Just need the add the task, and in the task, right, you will take different type of task here. Yeah, I will say notebook. I just need notebook. Come on, it should be there, right? Now here you have to give the task name. So I will say ingest. Not ingest, it was what was the first name of the, let's say, no, I will not say, I will just take it here, right? What is the first name of the notebook? It is hospital overall. Yeah. Better I can just take one thing. Let me just do one thing. Let me just take snapping tool from here and take this name, otherwise I have to come back here again. Okay, I'll just take this name here. Then I will go back to the jobs and pipelines, and this is which I had started to create the task. And the task, I should have a task for the notebook, and then come on, then I will give the name. So the first name would be hospital overall ETL. So I will say should not be same, it can be anything, but I will just give just something like same, like hospital overall, right here. Okay, and then type would be notebook. That's fine. Sorry, my mistake. Okay, then the path, it should take the path, right? So probably this workspace and my first hospital overall ETL. Confirm. Yeah, is it clear, guys? Create task. Oh, one thing we have done incorrectly, that is the compute. If you see the cluster, it's just taking the serverless automatically. That is auto scaling. Yeah, do not take that. Take your cluster instead. Yeah, and then save it. So first job we have created. Clear, Yati? Then again I will create another task, and this is the, see, if you see it is already connected here. The second name was hospital pending payments. So let's say pending payments. Payments. And then again it's notebook. Source would be workspace. That's fine. Path would be again this pending. Where is pending? This is right. Pending. Okay. So this is pending, and depends on. See, this is important, right? Okay, just let me go. Just make it like this. Okay, here path I have given. Now here it's asked me again for the cluster, so I'm just giving the cluster. Then it says it depends on hospital overall, and this is the hospital overall. So this means that once this task will be successfully completed, then it will run. Yeah, if you make it individual, then it will not be depend on this. Getting, guys? Yeah. So if I just remove it, or it will remove the, if you see, it will remove the connect. Oh, sorry, it will remove the connection. I just wanted to remove this one. Yeah. So I will say depends on is important, right? Because it will be depend on the previous task. So first it should be reading the whole thing, and then it should filter the data. So first my first table should be completed, then the second table, and then the third table. Okay. So now create task. Okay, everything looks fine. Now again I'm creating the task. Give this time paid. So I'm just orchestrating the notebooks one by one. So it is just for example, in the real-time scenario, you can have multiple transformation or multiple steps. So you can just take all those things one by one. Yeah, it should be depend on the previous one. So once previous task completed, then it should work on the second further task. Okay, so now source would be same. This time paid payments. Then come on, depends on pending payments. Yeah, it just take by default. If you want to change it, you can change it. It says run if dependencies all succeeded. Earlier it was not showing. For this it was not showing because we had only one notebook or one task earlier. Now it says that whatever task we have previously should be run successfully, then this task should run. Yeah, and environment should be same. That is okay, and that's it. Okay, that is important part, right? Cluster, and that's it. Okay, now create task. So we have created these three now. Okay, so now what you can say, do it here. You can also okay, this is runs. We can run it, or let me just see run now. I will not want to run it right now. I just wanted to come on. There should be no. This is not. I'm just trying to see. There should be an alert. Okay, here it's just written in a small address. So here you have the schedule and trigger. So you can add trigger. Yeah, here you can add the trigger at file arrival, table update, right? Continuous. It should be working continuous. Yeah. And here it's a schedule, so you can schedule it. It is paused or active. So if I say active, trigger active, so you can schedule it here and give the hour, minute, week, month, or day. And let's say if I say in hour, every hour. Yeah, so every hour at what time? Yeah, what time you want to give it, right? So here you can just take 33 minutes. So every hour, and these type of minutes past the hour, right? And then you can give the zone, time zone from here. It's EST or IST, whatever you want. If you are working for any client and they are from US or they are from APAC, you can just take it as accordingly, right? And then save it. So it will automatically run at that point of time. Yeah. Is it clear, guys? Any question here? Yati, are you there?
No question.
Okay.
You
Shubham, sorry, say again.
I'm saying let me the practice. In case I have the questions, sure I will ask
Yeah,
you.
sure. Yeah,
This will depend on the yes.
Remember one thing, I will suggest do not schedule, because you are not working in the production environment. So do not schedule it. But otherwise, what will happen if you schedule it and you shut down your PC? Once the time arrives, it will start the cluster. And if cluster is running and it is not stopped, it will consume all the money. Yeah. So do not schedule. Just for your understanding, just see the option and cancel it. Yeah, we do not need to schedule it. Yeah.
Okay.
When you will working with on this with this real environment, then you can schedule it. Now you understood how you can schedule it. You have the option, you can schedule it. Got it?
Good.
Yeah. So please do not schedule it. Otherwise, it will start the cluster and it will be running. Yeah. Now cluster is terminating. Yeah. Okay, so I can run it, but cluster is being terminated now. Yeah. So let me just try to run it. I don't think so that it will succeed yet because cluster is being terminated. Yeah. Let's see. The same time I'm running and same time cluster is being terminated. Whether it will hold the cluster, what it will do, I'm not sure on that.
Did you click on the terminate the cluster? Yeah, it is
See,
getting terminating by itself.
yes, generally what is happening when we were creating the cluster, we have given the termination time as 10 minutes, right?
Okay.
When the cluster is inactive, yeah, you are not using the cluster. Post 10 minutes, it will auto terminated. Yeah. So I have given for safer side that unnecessary. I'm doing something else, and it's the cluster is running unnecessary, right? So for that purpose, I have given only 10 minutes. You can give 30 minutes. So whenever you are practicing, it will be running at least for 30 minutes. You can work on that. Correct?
Okay.
Yeah, so you will not face such type of scenario if you give 30 minutes at least. If you see it says inactive cluster terminated, inactive for 10 minutes, right? So if 10 minutes it is inactive, it will be terminated.
But such kind of scenario we will not face in the organization, right?
Exactly, because there your cluster will be running. I think if it is not only you are working, right? Many people are working. If there is a scenario that you are only working, then whenever your job will start, it will automatically start the cluster. And if your job inside the Databricks, once your job is finishing, it will stop the cluster. And there we are using the auto terminated and auto scaling, right? Correct?
Right.
Uh, okay, guys, it will work. Don't worry on that. Did you understand that how we can create the jobs? The major part was to understand how we create the jobs. Yeah, we create different tasks here. Yeah, you can just be. It's very simple. Just like we are creating the pipelines, right? Inside the pipeline, we add the activities. Remember, same thing we are doing here. We are just adding the task here, and inside task we are okay. Just like this, we add the task, and then we can see okay what task you need here, right? So there are many tasks. Okay? So you can just see what task you need, and you can add that task, right? And then inside that task you have to configure it, just like we have configured it. Okay, what the source would be, what the compute power would be, yeah, how it depends on not some. If you see the first is not depends on anyone, because previously we do not have any notebook there, right? So it is not dependent on anywhere. Okay, so first we created the notebook, then we have orchestrated it inside the jobs. Inside the job and pipeline, you can go there, and that's job. You can also create the pipeline to build ETL pipeline using SQL and Python. Here it will again open the notebook to create the Python codes. You can also create the ingestion. Yeah, so there are different things for orchestration. You have jobs. Okay. So this is your, it's just still running, right? Run state running, start time this one. So let me just see if my cluster is still okay, that's running now. Cluster is running, so my job should be running now. It should work. Yeah, if you want to see it, you can just go inside the here and run. It's just running now. Cluster is running now. It's just showing me cluster running now. If you see, this is green now. Yeah, it just worked for the hospital overall, and it will be, it is just working on this one, and then it will work here. Yeah, so if you see, it's showing me blocked, right? Why? Because the previous one is not still completed, so the next one is blocked. When the previous one is successfully completed, the next one will be in green. So it's just working. The first one is succeeded, if you see. Yeah, Yati?
Okay.
Yeah, now it is also completed successfully, and now it's running the third one. Earlier it was blocked, now it is running. I'm not going to stop the cluster because I have to go back to the something wrong here, guys. Something wrong in the third one. Yeah, so we have to go back to our notebook and see why this is not running. Hospital paid payments. Something is not good in our third notebook. So generally, you should try once the notebook if it is running perfectly or not. Then you should go inside, inside the job and create that, right? So let me see what is problem there. I'm running the notebook manually here. It should be okay here. Yeah, it should be okay. Then we forgot something here, I think so. It says connection property. Oh, why this? Okay, so we have an unnecessary parenthesis here that is not needed. Actually, that is incorrect. I don't know, maybe while pasting or while typing, we have just typo error here. Just accept and run. Now your Spark Jobs is started. We do not have any error. So now our notebook is fine. We can go back to the jobs here inside the job. Sorry, inside this job, and inside the run, yeah, we can cancel all queues or cancel run. Can we run only this? I don't think so that we have any option to run only this, right? Start before, no. This paid is not running. Cancel all runs, cancel all. Okay, let me just cancel all run and then I will run it again, right? Okay, so run now. Okay, it's again running. Yeah. So first instance was failed because of that error in the third notebook, which we have just fixed it, and now again trying to run it, the whole job here. So if someone asks that, okay, you have the several notebooks and you want to make something automated so that once a new data arrives, it should run automatically. So your answer should be job. You can create the jobs. Inside the job, you will create a task, and there you can orchestrate the notebooks as required. Clear? So, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, anything challenging? Anything which you do not understand or creating any confusion?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay.
Everything is clear till now.
Okay. Thank you for confirmation. Okay, so all the tasks are now green. If you see, yeah, the whole task is also green. This is the whole one, and this is our, the child ones, right? So now all these are run successfully. Yeah, so that succeeded. You can go back and see inside here, inside database. You can just see there. Now, okay, let me just do one thing. Let me just close this one. Yeah, I will just come from here, the source group, because it just show me the whole, whole database, right? Whole query editor actually. Yeah. So let me just go here. Now it will show me. Come on. Now here, start from hospital dot. Okay, we have hospital data. So let's run it. Yeah. Now the data is there. If you see, 1,000 records are there. Payments paid, pending, everything is there. Now paid payments. Paid is also there. Pending payments. It is also completed. So if I say that our whole job was successfully completed, yeah. Guys, any question or any concern if you have? Okay. Okay, so here in the notebook, right here in the notebook, come on, let me open that. If you want to add any a new column or something, like you want to perform any task, let's say for any of that, let's say for paid payments, right? Okay, post reading the data, right? So once we have read the data here, right? So when you filter the data, you can also perform some task here, right? It's also showing me something like that, but it is not needed as of now in this notebook. Yeah. So let's say we also have a column called, just see, total bill amount. Yeah, here. I just want to do some basic transformation, so I can just show you how you can perform the transformation. So let's say I want to create a new column here. Let's say payment category. Okay, so whenever our payment is less than 5,000, it should say low. Whenever our payment is let's say between 5,000 to 15,000, it should say medium. Whenever the payment is higher than that, 15,000, it should say high. So low, medium, high. We are going to create 3 status with the name of the column should be payment category. Is that okay, guys? Yati, is that okay? Yati, are you there? Okay, so if you need to do with the column, I mean to say you want to change something, you want to calculate something, or you want to add new column, you have a function called with column. Yeah. Now inside with column, you can give the name of the column. Yeah. So generally, one thing which we need is to generally this function is actually SQL function, right? So probably we need to call or import the SQL repository or directory here, right? So let me just do one thing before I proceed here. On the top, right, on the top of this, we can also do it there. Let me just do it here. Can I just, okay, let me just do it here. Maybe because it's just more sensitive. Yeah, from PySpark.sql function, it's just showing me import everything, right? I'm just importing everything from there, and then I will do rest of the part. Now here I'm going to do a simple transformation, and I will say PAIDF, paid df equals to paid df dot with column, and then we will say column function, and then what column I need, bill amount, total bill amount, it's just showing me. Yeah. And total bill amount. Okay, so here this, sorry, this is the column, right? Okay, probably let me just do one thing. Let me just create a new column, payment category here. Okay, and then here we will give the expression for the new column. So payment category should be like we use when. Yeah, so we say, can I just do one thing? Let me just do here, right? When column, what column? Column total bill amount, right? Total bill amount is less than 5,000. Then we will say LOW. Okay, this is the first when statement. Yeah. Now second, again, it is showing me automatically. If you want to take it, you can take it. Let me just take that. So I will not type it again. So when column total bill amount is greater than 5,000 and column total bill amount is less than, my query was for 15,000, medium. Otherwise, you can take it as high. So here we can type otherwise. Sorry guys, high, right? It's just showing me. I do not need that, right? Okay, yeah. It's also suggesting for the pending. Sorry, why not deleting that? Okay, so this is the transformation which we have performed. It's very easy transformation, a simple transformation. Yati, is the transformation clear? Anything you want to ask? Subham, you want to ask?
No, sir. It's easy.
It's
Looks
easy,
easy.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you can, if you want, you can. I will not do anything. I will just do it from my job, right? I've just inserted this transformation lines here. It should work when I go back to my job and run it. So let me just run it, right? So just started the job. It's showing me successfully started the job. If you want to see it, you can go inside this and you can see now that's running now. It started, right? Okay. Yati, are you there?
I think he have dropped the call.
Okay. Nitesh, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Shubham, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. So till now, our pending payments is successfully run. So we have performed a simple transformation in the pending payments notebook. Now it's running. It's already run, right? So the third one is running now. This one, yeah, it's just running. If you see, yeah, this is succeeded. Yeah. Just take it 27 seconds, and it will. Okay, it is also succeeded, right? 26 seconds. Now we can go back to pending payment table and see our new column which we have ingested. So here we have this. So earlier it does not have that column here. The last column was pending. Sorry, we have done for the paid one, right? Or pending. Oh, sorry, paid one, I think so. Let me just see that. Come on. I think paid one we have done it. The transformation. Yes, for the paid one we have done the transformation. Let's go back for the paid one, right? Paid payments. Now see here, we have the column here, right? Guys, did you get it?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's easy. If you see, it's easy, guys. It's not very difficult. It's easy. Yeah, just you have to understand. And when you try it 2 or 3 times, yeah, don't worry. See, if you consider that okay, the Azure will not work post 4th, so don't worry. Your fabric will be started, and inside the fabric, you will do the same thing. You will also write the notebook there, and these type of transformation you can do there, and you will have 60 days to practice. Yeah, that is enough, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so don't worry in that part. Okay, so this way we can create the jobs and automate the whole thing. So now this part is over, the Databricks part is over. Whatever I wanted to deliver here, I have delivered it successfully. One thing which is remaining, how to call this notebook inside the Azure Data Factory. I'm going to show you that part. So now going back to the Azure portal, inside the Data Factory, we have Shubham, can I take your Data Factory to just show you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm just using your Data Factory here.
Yeah.
Launching it, but I'm not sure that your Data Factory is created in different region, right? Let me see.
It is in central India.
Yeah, so let me see if I can, because I have to create the link service for for the brick, right? Data brick. Okay, so and this other one you already have that destination, so I can utilize this one. Let me just do one thing. Sometimes you will not see data brick. If you type the data brick, it will not show you the data brick right here. It will show you Delta Lake. That is something different, right? So what you can do, you can directly go to the author and create the pipeline. Yeah. And inside the pipeline, just type here Databricks, and you can see the notebook there. Just take it. Now it will say, give the notebook name. So let's say Hospital overall. Okay. So just given the name. Then here it says Azure Databricks. So here Databricks link services, it asks you, but you do not have that, right? So it will not show you anything. You can just click on new. Now it will take automatically here. Now you can give the name. Let's say let's make it as is, right? I will not change the name. Yeah, here it says from Azure subscription, then it says workspace. So I will just say workspace is this one which we have created. Then it says select the cluster. So we have the cluster there, existing interactive cluster. Okay, then it says access token. Yeah, so you have to take the access token from the Databricks, right? So how you take this? Let's go back to the Databricks. Did I close the Databricks? Okay, here it is open. I'm sorry. On the right top, you have your profile, right? Here. Inside that, you have settings. Inside that setting, you have user here. And there is a developer. Then you have access token. Just click on the manage. Click on generate. We have already token there generated. You can click on generate. And it asks you for what you want to generate or the name. So I will say ADF Databricks integration. Yeah, and then it says lifetime, let's say 2 days only. Okay, then it says API. So I will say it will not recommend to select all API, but I will say select it for your practice purpose. It will not say anything. Yeah, just select it and generate. Now it will generate the token, copy it, and go back to the factory. Sorry, go back to your factory. Where is man? Okay, here, I'm sorry, here. And here you paste the token. When you paste the token, it will load the cluster. Can you see? It's showing me loading. Yeah, choose from existing clusters, just loading that. Guys, are you getting that? Now it's showing me select. So select hospital cluster and create. Now your notebook is connected with the or integrated with the your Azure Data Factory. Now same thing you can do again, right? You can just take the other notebook as well. same thing, and you can just connect with the pass of this. Yeah, and in this notebook you can just, let's say you want to post the paid payments, right? Again you have to go here and select. This time it is already there because we have already selected it. So you just click on test connection. It should be succeeded. Yeah, it succeeded. In setting we do not need anything. Yeah, okay, so notebook path, you just ask notebook path, just click on browse and select the notebook, because we also need the notebook as well. Okay, so this is the workspace. Come on, double click on it, and then you will see the notebook there. Okay, you have all these notebook. I will just take the third one and click OK. Also you have to select here also, because I have not taken this notebook here. Just created the connection with the brick. Now I'm taking the desired notebook to run. So here I will just take hospital overall, first one, and click OK. Now you can see we have two notebooks inside there, and now we can debug it. When you debug it, it will start the cluster. It will start working as you have seen inside the jobs. Same way it's working now. Nitesh,
Yes, sir.
are you getting what we are doing here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are creating the pipeline.
Yes. So I would say, any challenge, any struggle to understand?
No, sir. It's all depend on my practice.
That that is definitely, because
Yes.
if you not practice, then because see, nothing is complex there. It is just you should understand the steps, right? How we are doing it.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shubham, how are you feeling? Are you there, Shubham?
Yes, sir. Yes,
How are you feeling? Are you getting this?
yes,
Or
sir. Right.
any challenge?
Not yet.
Guys,
Yet.
don't worry. See, in Azure we have different areas, just like Data Factory. Yeah, can you see the first overall notebook has successfully completed? It shows me succeeded, right? Now it is working on the second one. So in Azure we have Data Factory, we have Databricks. When you're working with Fabric, right, the things are very easy. There you just like have this screen, and you have to create the activities, and that's it. Yeah, that is much easier. So can you see, we have just run both the notebooks from here. So this is the Azure Data Factory, but remember, cluster is still running. Don't forget that cluster is still running, man. Can I show you? Let's go back to the Data Factory and see your cluster. Can you see your cluster is not stopped?
Yeah.
And if you want to see more, you can go back to the Azure portal and see virtual machines. Even we have not created any virtual machines, but still when cluster is being assigned, the virtual machines are also created for those, right? So if you go back to the virtual machine, can we see the virtual machine? Now see, there is a virtual machine running. Can you see? This is running. So you have to stop it. But if you want to stop it, it will not be stopped from here. It will show you the error. See here, it's showing me. Yeah, it's not working. Why? Because this is not which we have created. It is the system generated. It is when we are creating the cluster, this virtual machine was associated with the cluster. Now cluster is running, so machine is also running. Guys, are you getting that? What I'm trying to say here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So do not forget to stop the cluster at any point of time. When your work is finished, please stop the cluster. Yeah, that is not needed anymore. And in few minutes, your virtual machine will be also deallocated. Now it is stopped. So guys, for practice purpose, you can utilize the same workspace, same cluster, same notebook. You can just go ahead and see the notebook. try to create your own notebooks, yeah, for practice purpose, and try to run it. But remember one thing, that is cluster should be stopped. Yeah. Okay guys, now if I will try again, it will not work because cluster has been stopped. Yeah, if you just debug it, it will not run it. I'm going to say it will start, but it will fail. If you see, either it will start the cluster and it will take time. Now go back to the Databricks and see if the cluster is put. Can you see? Now cluster is started. Yeah, I do not need any more. Yeah, I just stop it. It will be stopped now. Yeah. And if you go back to the factory again, here it will show you running because it is just waiting for the cluster to be started, right? Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
guys.
Yes, sir.
So that's it. I will say. Now it's failed. Can you see? It's failed. So guys, what we have learned so far, if I just recap from the starting, we have learned about the Azure fundamentals. We have learned about the cloud computing. Then we have learned the cloud computing architecture. We have learned about the Azure fundamental. We have learned about the different resources, like what is virtual machine, how we create it, what is virtual network, how we create it, what is storage, how we create it, what is SQL database, SQL server, how we create it. Yeah, we have done those practices. Then we have also worked in the Azure Data Factory using different activities there, data flows there. Then we have learned about the Databricks. We have created the notebooks where we have read the we have read the storage file. I'm going to say the Hospital CSV, and then we have performed some transformation. We have ingested that to the SQL tables, and also we have seen that how we can orchestrate the notebooks inside the jobs. Then we have also seen the ADF, how we can use or leverage the notebooks from the Databricks to the ADF pipeline. Yeah, here you will confuse that why we have not created the dataset. So when you are connecting with the Databricks, dataset is not required because it is the totally Python code or Spark which is running behind the scene. So you do not need anything else. You just need the link service and the pipeline. No dataset is required. Yeah, clear guys?
Yes, sir.
So we have learned too many things in Azure. I will appreciate your time and your effort, your practice. Please do the practice whatever is left before we end the subscription, and then we will start the fabric from the next week. So please do not skip the class, or if you have any plan, please try to manage it. Yeah, and join the first class of fabric because we are going to learn the fabric from the scratch. Yeah, so I will welcome all you guys there. Yeah, and I will appreciate if all of you will be present there, right? And till then, keep learning, be happy, and if you have any concern, any question, you are free to ask me. You connect me anytime. Okay guys?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so thank you for joining today's session. We will see you again in the next week, starting with the fabric. Okay,
Yeah.
and on 4th of June, I will create the credentials. I will share with you and steps to activate this. Please try to activate on the same day. If do not, then on 5th, please do it anyhow. Yeah. Oh, guys, any question?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Then we are good to close for today.
Okay.
Have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you in the next class. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.